Hey fellas, it's that time. I'm going to change the strings on this guitar, and I thought since I hadn't done it yet, I may as well go ahead and show you the new tuners that I'm going to put on. This guitar has played fantastic. I've had it for about a year and a half now, and I've really had no issues with the tuners, and I think most people that are buying these guitars nowadays are pretty happy with the tuners, but they're not that great. And I'm going to replace them with those Gotoh machine heads that I've used on some other guitars, and I really couldn't say enough good things about them. I think they're super high quality, and I would really recommend them. But what we're going to look at today is the tuners that come on these guitars. They say Grovers on them, but as you all know, pretty much everything on these Chinese fakes is also faked, including these tuners. And if you look at them, they look pretty good. They look pretty legit, I would say. They've actually held tune pretty good for the last year and a half, so I haven't really bothered replacing them, but I did have these other box of Gotohs around, so we're going to put these on, and I thought I'd show you that. And I'm also going to show you what they look like, these Grovers, as opposed to what a real set of Grovers is. And you can kind of tell if you look closely at them. Maybe you might need a photo close-up, but the embossing, or the letters here, it's just not that crisp on them. And the real ones, the lettering is much greater detailed, and if you hold it to the side on the angle, you can see that there's this slight area under here, and on the real one it's a crisp line, and this is kind of soft, so I'm guessing the mold for these is just not that high quality. I'll pull over my Epiphone, which has real Grovers on it, so you can see side to side what they look like. Back that up there. Got this on my computer desk. So I'm not sure if the video is going to show how the lettering looks on them side by side, but you can see it's much more pronounced. The problem with these fake tuners is they tighten pretty good, but when you loosen them, the slack just comes way off. So when I've had friends over that don't really play guitar that much, they can't tune this guitar. So if you're a beginner and you've got shitty tuners on it, it's going to be really hard to tune a guitar. You should probably invest in some better ones. And new Grovers are about 80 bucks. These things are about half the price, and I think they're every bit as good. So we're going to swap that out. If you can see the edge there, let's zoom in a bit. Try to focus that. You can see what I'm talking about. The crispness of the side, and just the lettering overall. It's way more obvious. Let's see. You can see how crisp that looks. Anyway, let's pull it off, and we'll swap the tuners out. I'm hoping that will drop right in without having to make any new holes on it, because that's a pain in the ass, obviously. It looks like they should match up pretty well. Let's see here. As far as the hole placement goes, hard to see from that camera angle here. Let's try this. There we go. They're a little smaller. It looks like the hole placement is pretty much going to be spot on. I'll get a measurement on the hole size from underneath here, and then we'll see what the width on this is. I guess while I'm at it, I might as well clean up the fretboard and stuff. I don't know if anybody's ever tried this junk before. Gorgamite. If you haven't never tried any of this stuff, you have to try some of it. It's truly amazing. I can't believe how much junk this gets off the fretboard. You can condition it and do all other stuff, but it just does such a nice job of cleaning it. Look how nasty that is. That's ridiculous. I'll spare you the cleaning of this whole fretboard and we'll fast forward. Check out how nasty that is. I haven't even done the whole fretboard yet. I notice I'm getting a little bit of fret wear. I've had this guitar a year and a half. I wonder how long these frets will hold up, or what they're actually made of, if they're high enough quality to stand the test of time. Maybe if they're made of a soft alloy, they might have to get replaced at some point. Maybe another reason to avoid buying these guitars. Maybe not. Not sure. This is probably, I don't know if it's my favorite guitar to play, but it's the one I play the most. I have it out, and I'm not worried about my kids knocking it over or scratching it, because if it falls, then it won't be that big a deal to me. But anyway, let's deal with the tuners. I should probably buy a proper wrench for this. Wonder what kind of crazy junk from China is going to pour out of here when I pull these out. We shall see. Pretty small, those screws. They look kind of legit, but you can see, so I was saying, that part right there, it's not very crisp. The lettering just isn't what it should be. Alright, let's finish this up. So there's what it looks like. Let's measure that hole there. Let's see what we got. So, 10mm hole. So, these are going on. Let's give it a test fit. It looks like it's gonna not fit properly. Might have to fill those holes in. It's just shy. Here, let's get in there. I'll show you. Zoom. That's as close as I can zoom here. Sorry about the shake. So, those aren't gonna fit exactly. It's not flush, but anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna fill the holes with toothpicks, and then I'll re-drill. Stand by. Alright, so glue's dry. These are pretty much ready to go on. I definitely recommend drilling a pilot hole. Don't try to just stick the whole screw in there and then start drilling. I'll have to get them reasonably straight with the headstock too. Alright, bushings are on the front. Just gonna straighten them as best I can. Obviously the holes are where they are, so that's not going to change, but they're on, you know what, pretty straight as it was. I'm not sure if any of you have watched my other upgrade videos, but I had originally put locking tuners on my other Chibson, Guitar Fetish ones, and I ended up swapping them out for black Gotohs. Those Guitar Fetish locking ones just they kind of failed after a while, and just wasn't happy with it. It wasn't keeping tune like it should have. Swapped it out for the these Gotohs, and wow, it was an immediate difference. So, all right, I'm gonna mark these up. Then we're gonna drill. So yeah, if anybody is thinking about those guitar fetish one, I would skip them and pay another, I don't know, 13, 14 bucks and get these Gotohs. They look pretty snazzy actually. I really like that. It's good looking tuner. Holes just started. Let's get some of these going. I was actually becoming concerned that these videos are getting a little boring, but after watching some other dudes on YouTube, apparently this is what people like to see. Oh, nice and tight. Here, check this out. Well, motivational music. I don't know if I've ever fully listened to this album before. Probably speed up time. This is getting a little boring. They're on. It looks pretty much the same as before. Obviously, way tighter both ways. So we're gonna stick that on there, and we'll see if it has a different feel to it. Alright, looks really good. Check it. The tuning pegs are a little shorter than those fake Chinese ones, which is kind of nice. 100% improvement, I would say. I think if you're gonna buy one of these Chinese guitars, I think you owe it to yourself to swap out at least some of the important parts. And yeah, the other tuners, they worked okay. They were alright, but it's night and day with these new Gotohs, so I think I will be pretty happy with that. Alright, take care, rock on.